You have reached the mailbox of 07905842449. At the tone, record your message. Then
Good morning, good morning, good morning. We'll give
Good morning, good morning.
awesome. We'll give a few minutes to those other people who come a little bit late.
All right.
Okay. We're just waiting for others to join before we'll give them a few more minutes and we can always start. This webinar is going to be recorded, so eventually people can always go back and review and learn from it. Some people are telling me that they are not able to join. Let me reach out to this one who is asking me. We're just waiting for a few people who are trying to join. They're telling me they're struggling with connecting. I may have to change this to Zoom. I think more people are familiar with Zoom. Next time I'll have to move it there. I think other people are struggling to join from this. We may have to change it to Zoom.
Yes, sir. I think Zoom will be better because there's too many process.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, let us start. You can see my presentation on the screen, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. So my name is Godfrey Chinomona. A lot of you know me. Some you have heard about me. I'm an IT guy through and through. I've been in the industry for more than 30 years in total. I've worked across Zimbabwe. I've worked in Botswana. I had some projects in South Africa, UK, and now I'm in US and I run my own IT consulting company here. Why am I really interested in sharing AI to people and really for free? I'm using my time to prepare all this information and to teach people how to be able to be effective in their personal life. Why is it? Most people don't realize that this is yet. Sorry, someone is calling me. I think they're struggling to connect. Give me a second here.
Okay, our facilitator, our lecturer, what they need to do is to register, because that link takes them to a registration where they put in their name and their details, and they will receive a link in their emails, not the one that we have, because that one directs you to the registration, Teams registration page.
I'm sorry, I was muted. Doc, can you add these those details into the 0 to hero WhatsApp thing?
I'll do that.
Okay. Okay. All right. There's so many people are now texting me that they are not able to connect. But anyway, they will catch us up and we'll be able to share this recording with them. Okay. So as I was saying, most people don't realize this yet. We are standing inside the greatest disruption the world has ever seen. We have heard about the Industrial Revolution, which replaced the muscle with machines. And a lot of people who were laborers lost their work, and it disrupted the way we lived. People moved from cities to looking for jobs. The farming process completely turned upside down. And then the electricity, when electricity arrived, it changed civilization. The internet in the 2000s, when it came on the scene, I think I was one of the first few people to have an email, the Yahoo email in the early 90s. And it just put all the information which was hidden in libraries online, and anybody from anywhere could access it. And then the biggest change is the smartphone. Oh my goodness! Now we have got almost a computer on our palm, and it basically is 1,000 more powerful than the computer which took Apollo 11 to the moon and back. That's how powerful that little thing which is in your hand. Artificial intelligence is not really a tool. It is a force multiplier. We do have tools which help you do artificial intelligence, but it really multiplies your effort. It really increases the capacity. A single individual can now create a company. You can have your own company in your own house or in your basement like me, and compete with the multinational companies. Here is the uncomfortable truth. AI is not going to replace people. It's not going to do that. But people who know AI are going to replace people who don't know. If you don't know AI, people who know it are going to replace you. And in no time at all, you become irrelevant. I remember there are people who I started IT with, went to school together, started jobs and worked because they were not remaining current. They're almost irrelevant. When we talk about IT 30 years later, it's almost they were never in the IT industry. There is no middle ground. Those who ride this wave, or those who will become irrelevant, they will just be taken over by technology. And those who will be run over it will just run over you. Technology will do that. You'll be confused, overwhelmed, and eventually irrelevant. So the goal is really to teach you artificial intelligence. You don't have to be an IT person. You don't need to be an IT person. You don't have to be technology background. You just need to be available and willing to learn. And we want to convert in this. We are converting your mindset from a Googling mindset, asking questions. No, that's not artificial intelligence. We are going to change that And the way we are going to do it is a process I've put in, if you see your slides now, an AI roadmap where you start from beginner to advanced. And I know in this group, we've got different kinds of people. And, but those who are well informed about this, you have to have patience with those people who are starting off, and we will continue to grow. So we start from beginner. If you look on the chart, where we are, like today, we are focusing on prompt engineering. The beginner, the next session will be daily tasks. We want to develop a habit of using AI. I use it in almost everything I do. For you who are ministers, I use it for Bible study. And I mean, it has helped me way more than more than people who went to Bible college. Why? Because I can interrogate it, I can tell it what to do, I can ask stupid questions and it will answer. And then the next thing is AI writing. The next session will be AI writing, and basically this one we are learning how to use AI to help us express. One of my greatest weakness has always been communication. I always compare myself with my kids. I mean, they grew up in a different environment where they were taught to read while they were very, very young. And they developed a reading capacity which was way above my knowledge, with 2 master's degrees and whatever, but their communication and their writing was way above me, because by the time they got into 5th grade, they were being assessed at college level communication skills. So a lot of my weakness has always been expressing my knowledge. I mean, I've got an MBA, I've got master's in information systems, I'm certified project manager, I've got all these skills, but the communication, expressing that idea is always a struggle, and AI can help you bridge that gap. I'll show you one of my prompt which I asked AI to do. And then intermediate, you can start making or using AI at that beginner level to develop, write books. A lot of us, we have got so much knowledge, but we don't even know how to express it and how to build it, how to make it a product which can be sold. AI can help you do that. And when we start doing the AI writing, it will help us formulate, help us design, structure your mind, your process, so that you understand where you're starting from and where you're going. The intermediate level is workflow, which is we will be starting to automate AI. You can basically book flights, book things using AI, and you can automate it to read your stuff, to help you do a lot of things automatically. That will be the first process of you are assured of possible income. And then advanced level, that's real man's on. You start building agent decision support systems, AI system processes, and expert. Obviously, you start doing APIs. APIs, application programming, interfaces where you can connect. You can connect process to process. For example, I can connect AI to my emails, AI to my Google Drive, AI to this thing. You can generate a content for TikTok, Instagram and all the social media and get them automatically included. Just give me a second. Someone is calling and stop here. My apologies. Okay, so and then the expert level and the master level, that's the roadmap. Any questions?
No, sir, we're together.
We are all good. We are all good.
Okay, so we go to, so the beginner level, you are learning prompt engineering, daily tasks, and AI writing. And this is what I'm mainly going to focus. There's always that middle aspect where after we learn this, we can now try to open minds so that people know, okay, with my knowledge and my skill set and who I am, how can I monetize it? And intermediate, I think we are talking about decomposition, agents, and then master level, you are starting to do strategic skills where you are now planning strategically and what have you. Most of us, and I know most of us having issues, most of us grew up where we were never taught planning and what have you. We just went through school, we have got degrees, we've got everything, but we are not able to translate that into leadership kind of stuff. You start learning the master how to be strategic, and AI will help you design a strategy to say, hey, I've got this organization, or I'm planning this organization. Help me to walk me through and create for me a strategic plan for this organization. It will be able to help you that. But we need the skills to do that. Okay, so AI is not magic. It is not human. It responds to instructions. So what are we learning in prompt engineering? Understanding how AI responds to prompts, write clear, powerful prompts, and fix bad prompts, control AI output, and use AI confidently for work, business, and life. That's the goal. That's what you're going to learn in prompt engineering, which is the first session for beginner level. Okay, what is prompt engineering? It is the skill of giving AI clear, structured instruction to get helpful, useful, accurate, and repeatable information. The key truth is AI doesn't guess your intention. It follows your instruction. It's not a human being which can sort of, oh, okay, I think you wanted to mean this. No, what you put in is what you get out. Garbage in, garbage out. Okay, prompt engineering is not coding. You don't need to be a programmer. You're not required to be technical. You don't need to memorize commands. It's not magic words. It's simple. Speak to it like you're speaking to someone, but to a 50th grade person, kid, so that they really understand you are saying what you mean. You don't expect it to understand or to guess what you mean. What prompt engineering is not, it does not think, it does not understand like human, does not know your intention. It predicts responses based on patterns, uses the information you give it, depends heavily on context. The golden rule of AI: garbage in, garbage out. What you put in is what you're going to get. If you give it vague input, it will give you vague output. Clear input, strong output. Structured input, professional level output. So they are bad prompts versus good prompt. Bad prompt, write something about leadership. Good prompt, write a 300-word article on servant leadership for young professionals using simple language and practical examples. In this good prompt, you see all the pieces of a prompt in the anatomy of prompts, which we are going to learn ahead in the next coming slides. So it has got all the pieces in there, and you are expected to be having all these pieces to be successful. So here is the great things you need in a prompt. You need to tell AI its role. What do you want it to accomplish? And in what context? And you want to give it constraints or guardrail. And what is the output? What output are you expecting? I've shared this PowerPoint, so review it. If you've got questions, let me know. Part one, role number one, tell AI who to be. What do you want AI to act as? I want you to act as my strategic coach, my strategic partner, my business consultant, act as a cybersecurity expert, act as a teacher for beginners. You want to give a role so that AI knows exactly at what level he should be answering your question or answering your query. Why this matter? The role set, perspective, and depth. It will give you the specific depth and level you are asking. Number two, task. Tell AI what to do. Don't be vague. I want you to explain this, summarize it, generate this, compare, analyze, create a plan. Be explicit, avoid assumptions. Number three, context. Give background information. The good thing about our AI now is that it now remembers you. Next week, I'll be showing you how to configure. We are going to start with ChatGPT. I'll help you how to set up your ChatGPT so that you get the best information from ChatGPT because that will do the setup so that you can be able to really make sure ChatGPT is so personalized to you. It understands you. It has got your background. It has got all the information it wants to operate. But however, even in your chat, you want to give it context. For example, if I'm asking it to make, I like I said, I use it for Bible study. I ask it to say, okay, I want you to study this verse. I tell it use King James Version or use the NIV, use this kind. and I'm operating at a certain level, meaning how deep, how intense, how compelling do I want this information? So I'm also giving the target audience, the skill level, the purpose, and the situation. Number 4 is constraints. Give AI it could be word limits, how much you want, the tone, do you want it professional, do you want it simple, do you want it friendly, language level, do you want it normal language, or you want it professional kind of level, or you want it very solid, a higher level, the do's and don'ts. AI can hallucinate. It can create, it can generate false information. You want to tell it, I don't want things. For example, for me, when I'm doing my study, I tell it, I want supporting scriptures. You cannot just tell me things. I want supporting scriptures. So constraints is number 4. And the last one, which is tell AI how to respond. Do you want it in bullet point? Do you want it in tables? Step by step. It works better when you break out your chart, your prompt into steps. If you say, write me a book for 3,000 pages, it will do it poorly. But if you go, when I mean step by step, you can say, okay, I want you to help me write a book on the cost of the anointing, but start with giving me an outline of this book. And I want you to use the Apostle Paul as the model of the anointing, how he talks about being in 3 years in the desert of Arabia until he came, before he even met the other apostles. Then it gives you an outline of the book with chapter by chapter, and then you ask it to explain what is going to cover in each of those steps. And then after that, then you can say, okay, here is what I am looking for, step by step, and action. We'll learn about that. Okay, so full prompt example, act as a productive coach, explain time blocking to busy professionals, assume beginners with no prior knowledge, that's the context. So this is the role, this is the task, and this is the context, and these are the constraints, and this is the output. I hope I'm communicating clearly and everyone is getting me.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So let me I'll change my I'll put my AI thing, which I did. I just want to show you a prompt which I did. Okay. Can you see this prompt? Just confirming. Someone to say
Yes,
yes
you can
or no.
say it.
Okay.
Yeah, we get.
Okay. So here is one of my prompts which I did this morning. Okay. One of the biggest challenge to me as a modern day believer is becoming a doer of the word of God. James 1:22, but be you doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourself. There are many wonderful promises in the Bible which I failed to attain because of my failure to follow through. This also seems to be the same cry the Apostle Paul had in Romans 7:15-25. Paul is saying, what I want to do, I don't do. Those things which I don't do, I don't want to do, I do, you know, and he's in this issue. So also in everyday life, there is always that gap between what I know and what I do. The gap between knowledge and action, which keeps most of us poor and most believers carnal Christian. Paul calls it always learning without profit. 2 Timothy 2:3-7. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of truth. This dichotomy, how can one bridge this divide and become a true action-oriented leader, believer, and live my knowledge? Can you help me create a prompt which will bring out the most powerful, engaging, compelling solution to bridging the gap? Feel free to ask questions and to make sure you understand what I'm driving at. So in this prompt, I'm basically asking a question to ChatGPT, but my question is really to use my context which I have given it, all these verses and normal Christian knowledge against action. I mean, poverty against the carnal Christianity. I've given it all this context, but I'm now asking it and say, okay, I want you to give me the most powerful here. I say the most powerful, the most engaging and compelling prompt to give me a solution which will make sure I'm answered in my request here. This prompt, so I'm asking AI to do the prompt for me. And the AI understand all those 5 pieces of information we talked about: the raw, the task, the context, the constraints, and the output. So here is its answer. This is a holy and honest cry. And they are naming something scripture itself refuses to sanitize. You are not weak for filling this gap. You are awake to it. You are describing the most dangerous space in spiritual life. Revelation without embodiment. Truth without traction. Light without obedience. James calls it self-deception. Paul calls it bondage. Timothy calls it unproductive learning. So yes, you are aiming at the right target. What you are really asking for is a way to move from illumination to incarnation, from knowing to doing, from hearing to becoming. Below is a master prompt designed to force that transition. That is not a nice insight prompt. It is a formation plus execution plus accountability prompt. So here is the prompt it gave me so that I go back to ChatGPT and throw this prompt, and then it will give me the answer. We are not even at the stage of answering. I did this in about 10 minutes, writing and thinking and picking up scriptures. And so here it starts the prompt. It says, "You are my spiritual formation guide, obedient coach, and truth to action architect. I struggle with the gap between what I know from the word of God and what I do in daily life. I want to obey James 1:22. Stop deceiving myself through hearing without doing. I resonate with Paul's struggle in Romans 7, and I refuse to remain in the cycle of ever learning without profit. I do not want more information. I want transformation through obedience. For the scripture, truth, or conviction I'm currently engaged with, do the following: review the gap, expose self-deception, translate truth into action, lower the action threshold, identify the costs, anticipate resistance, build a rule of practice, call me to account. So that's the prompt it gave me. But so why this prompt works? This prompt deliberately blocks the usual escape routes. That was not deep, but nothing changes. That was deep, but nothing. I will pray about it. One day I'll apply this endless study without embodiment. Instead, it forces specificity. What actually must I do? Immediate. What exactly will I do it? Or when rather will I exactly cost awareness? What is it? Practice. What am I supposed to do? This is how revelation becomes incarnation. Truth not obeyed hardens the hearts. Truth obeyed opened the heavens. So it went on and gave me this. I haven't even started building the thing, and here it is now suggesting what does it want, what can I do out of it. But my goal was just to be provided with this prompt. Okay, I'll go back to my PowerPoint. Any questions?
Yes, so I wanted to ask, like, how do you know a prompt has worked or it has failed? You know, not just thinking, like, for example, just looking at it and saying, ah, I failed. Like, I want to really understand, um, like, what part of my instruction influenced that result so that if I'm to correct it, I correct it knowing exactly where it went wrong. So how do I know why a prompt failed?
So basically, it's hard to tell that your prompt is gone, is failing in this area. But mostly, if you are clear on the role AI is going to play, those pieces of information, your context, your audience, your what you are driving at, what role is it playing? That's really what you need to put in a thing, and it will give you the correct information. Like I said, you have to give it more information about who you are, okay, to understand who you are, because it's only projecting your vision, it's only projecting who you are. You are not trying to create someone you will never produce. Like the prompt which I've put in, it's because I've been using it. I've been using AI from 2023, and professionally in 2024 I started using it. So we are going to have these baby steps. And on the second session, where we are talking about daily using AI, it will help you grow and practice and improve the information, the output you will get. So it's also impacted by the language, your expression of what you're talking about. Make sure you make AI work and do it for you, help you to reach your best. Okay, common prompt types. They are generally about 5 prompts, where you are giving instruction prompts, role-based prompts, question prompts, which I think that one is the most common, where everyone, we've been Googling forever. We say, yeah, I want to go to this. Can you help me with this information? It gives you step-by-step prompts, which I've talked about a little bit, comparison prompts. instruction prompts, you are asking it, summarize this article. AI, you can dump a long document and say summarize it. You can get a YouTube video. You don't want to watch it, you can dump it into AI, and it will listen and summarize it for you and give you the takeaways from it. But all you need is to now to do a good prompt to bring out all the things you are looking for from that. You know exactly what you want, so you should tell it. Okay, role-based prompt, you are asking to say you are an advisor, like in this case, as a cybersecurity advisor for small businesses. I want you, how can they protect their information? They don't have the resources, but they still need cybersecurity. How do you, how can you help me, advise me? It will help you. It takes a role and help you. Most important. Step-by-step prompts, it's not kind of different, but you are now trying to go step by step in the prompt so that it helps you get things better. Like I said, it's better to use AI step by step. You do a book outline, you go chapter by chapter instead of asking it to write the whole book. One of my daughters, when I was writing one of my books, she was like, "Oh, I don't think people will love this because it's AI generated and what have you." It's not, AI is not generating the book for you. AI is helping you write the book. So the knowledge and everything is coming from you. And no other person can come in and rewrite the same thing like you do, or what you have learned in your experiences. So don't be discouraged to write AI books. People are making a ton of money out there using AI to write books. Comparison prompts, you're saying option A and option B, give me the pros and cons, help me make decisions, which one should you recommend, and all these other things, and evaluation of facts and figures. It will help you do that. So we are here, we are on slide 20, slide 28. We will learn. I think I'm going to stop here and just open the floor for questions and answers here. But we want to learn to write clean prompts. We want to start getting exposed to doing it. And in the next week, my homework would be try to use AI as much as you can at work. For work, for me, I use it for everything. I mean, basically, I write programs. When people tell me to write a program, I put it in AI. It writes that program in 5 minutes. And like I was saying that, I mean, sometimes if I write a program for myself manually, it takes me maybe 2,000 lines. But when I do it with AI, it may be 100 lines. It's so good at that. It is very good. And the danger is if you don't know AI, you're going to be replaced because you know how to write the program manually, but if you don't know how to prompt AI to do it for you, and it takes you 10 minutes instead of days or weeks, you're going to be replaced by AI. Eventually, this thing will be looking for people who know how to prompt it to produce the results. So we want to create a prompt for learning, business, or planning. So in our individual, I hope everyone has got everyone has AI. I mean, let's start with ChatGPT. It's free. I've always been on a paid one. It's about $20, but it's free. If for starters, you can start with the free version and learn how to use AI and learn how you can monetize. The whole point is AI is going to be replacing a lot of the way we have done life looking for jobs. I strongly believe in the near future there won't be jobs like we have always, or I'll go to school and get a job like this. It will be I'm going to school to learn how to use AI to produce this, and they'll hire you for a specific gig and they pay you for that. And you've got clients out there and you can work from anywhere. That's the goal. So we are going to learn next week. The goal is to help everyone set up their ChatGPT for security reason, to personalize it so that it knows you, it understands you, and to make sure that you are not feeding your information to everyone out there. We want to give you security so that ChatGPT or any other AI platform you're using will not use your information for training and all that. We will go through and protect people, and protect your information and set it up so that it becomes effective in giving you results when you ask. So I'll stop here and open the floor for questions. If you're out there, you've got a question, let's get to that. We've got 10 minutes.
Today I've got so many questions. Sorry. I've noticed one thing. When I'm trying to do AI, I want to understand, when does adding more content actually reduce the output of the quality of what you're creating? Like, for example, me, I'm a digital creator, I'm a content creator. I do these different things, right? But then I've noticed that it can start off doing well, then all of a sudden, when we're in between or we're almost about to finish, it starts to change what I had prompted before, but then I'm still using the same prompt that I was using from before.
Yeah, make sure you are giving it constraints. And if it's ChatGPT at the bottom, you see that it will tell you. Let me show my ChatGPT here. You see at this bottom, tell it that it's a bad response. Because that's your role now as a user, to tell, no, this is not what I'm looking for. Sometimes you have to go through iteration a few times before you get exactly what you want. And always check your output. Don't just post it out there. Like I said, if you design your prompts carefully and properly, it will always bring you the correct details and valid. And tell it, don't hallucinate. Don't give me things which are not supported. If you give me anything, an example, support it. Post it into that constrained and context area. Otherwise, it will just go out and hallucinate. But the models are becoming better and better. We are way better than what we were in 2022 and 2023. There's very little hallucination out there. Okay. Any other question?
Just one more, sorry. So
Okay.
I would wanna ask you, like, so what is better? Is it better to add, like, you're saying, okay, no, let me just ask it from just another angle. Like, let's say, for example, is it better for me to add more details to the one that the prompt that they failed to make me they failed to produce, or I should maybe just better structure than trying to fix it when fixing the weakness that it did. Sorry.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you look on my chart here, you'll find that I talked about bridging the gap here, and then I took the chart to a different chart and opened and created a different chart for bridging knowledge and action. So sometimes you have to do all this iteration process to make sure you are getting the most basic thing, which is really providing you what you need, what you are looking for.
Okay, thank you so much.
So I have a question. Is it best to set it up on a computer or on your phone?
For me, I'm comfortable on my phone because mostly I do my studies or planning at night or in the morning when I wake up. But I've got it connected both to my phone and my computer. If I want now to translate this into a Word document and into a document which I'll edit and improve and like those things I share, I now move it to Word and make it a PDF or whatever. I use my computer for that. So it's where you're most comfortable. And I'm comfortable in both. I do most of my work on my phone and then transcribe it on my computer. But when I'm in the office, I'm using my computer because I want a bigger screen and all these other things.
All right, I have a question.
Sure.
Between these two, ChatGPT and Copilot, what the difference?
Well, Copilot is really a Microsoft product, but the engine behind it is basically ChatGPT. Microsoft was the first company to invest in OpenAI, which is the company which runs ChatGPT. So behind Copilot and all the Microsoft products is AI model.
So if you advise somebody, which is the best, between of these two? Because I use them both, but ChatGPT at least is for me is more reliable than this one. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not. I don't use much laptop to. I mean, like a phone. On the phone, I carry my ChatGPT. So I'm just want to understand the how they work. Yes, sir.
So for me, I think if you are starting to learn AI, start with ChatGPT.
Okay, thank you.
And then you can do. I do have a company Copilot. I don't know when I haven't even used it, but I use ChatGPT a lot. But we are going to learn about tools because there are a lot of tools out there which are very good in certain aspects of your using AI. Like last week we talked about that we need to clone yourself, and there are tools which are better and more effective than others. And if you want to write books, which are the best tools to do that, the AI models, which are doing better. But the major AI platform which most people are using is ChatGPT, which is OpenAI, Claude, and the other one is which one? Gemini, the Google one. Those are the major at the moment, but there are so many others which are very good in certain aspects. For example, HeyGen for doing what do you call it? Cloning, like this, which we asked my Jackie did. I'll just show us. Maybe some people didn't look at it. She did this in HeyGen. I don't know, Jackie, what did you use for this? No, you can basically clone yourself, and some of the software are good in doing other things. Others are not as wonderful, but they are getting better by the day.
Hi, can you hear me? I don't know if you can. I'm sorry, I don't know what has happened to my phone. Okay, for the music video, I used OneCode1 because it helps you to import an audio. So what you basically be doing is you just give them the image that you've generated. You give them a prompt that you want the actions. This is now you explaining the actions you want to see the person doing, and then already you have an audio. So you just press and upload an audio, and then you just generate it like that.
Okay, cool. So I mean that's how you can do a lot of things. So any more questions? Okay, I assume there are no more questions. This thing is recorded. We had a lot of difficulties connecting. A lot of people had. Mehdi, you have got a question? Go ahead. You are on mute.
Yeah, sorry, just a small question. I just wanted to know, what if two people do maybe the same prompts? Do the two people have the same results? I'm just asking this question because of
No, it will always give you different results. So because you are different, you have set up who you are, you can't be the same, but you copy the same prompt, it will likely give you different results because of the context, the raw, and the guardrail, the constraints you have set.
Thank you.
So it will never, I mean, unlikely to send. I mean, we were sharing with my wife one of my my account, and I mean, not even my wife, all my kids were sharing, and it became pretty confused because someone comes in at one time, it is calling me madam. Then I was like, it's now time to have separate accounts. So it would answer her, and I would have to tell her it's Godfrey, it's not Agnes. Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm happy with that. I wanted exactly an answer based on an experience. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. So thank you everybody for joining. We'll be joining again next week on Saturday same time, and I will be changing. I think we'll be using Zoom. I think it will be better for everyone. A lot of people struggle joining in. God bless you. We'll meet again next week.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Learned a
You're
lot.
welcome.
We are learning.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Let's
Bye.
practice.
Thank you. Bye.
Wanted to check it.